Ma'am, this is a haunted house. Contain your tatas. Hello again, everyone. It's me, MadameMacabre, and welcome back to another video. We have Artemis the cat here making a cameo. As you guys may notice, it is very blank and boring behind me. I apologize. I am packing away, preparing for my move. It'll be exciting again soon once I'm at my new place, but for now, please bear with me. But that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here to hear about crazy stories from me working at a haunted house. This year, I am working down at the Haunted Woods at Maris Farms. We are actually one of only 4 haunted attractions in the state that are allowed to open this year because of the pandemic situation. But we're having a good time. It's a little bit weird, it's a little bit different, but we're making the best of it, and people seem to be having fun, and it doesn't stop the regular wild scares from coming through. So I thought I would share some of those with you guys, because every year there's always a collection of particularly memorable scares, and I thought I would leave a catalog of them for you to peruse. Now, every haunt has the regular collection of patrons. We've got the screamers. Everybody loves those that go through, they scream and they freak out. They're a ton of fun to scare. You've got the families that are dramatic, that get in fights with each other. You've got the couples that get in fights with each other. You've got people who sacrifice each other. It's just a plethora of fun things to see. Well, I encountered something new this year. I mean, it's not really new. Anyone who's a female worker in a haunt has had this experience, but it's new for me because of the context of which I was in. Armed with a chainsaw this year made it a new context, which allowed me to get a new scare I'm not used to getting. And without me beating around the bush any further, I bring to you the wannabe Casanova. Okay, y'all know these ones. Who want to go through, they want to kissy face at you and like, hey baby, and heaven forbid try and touch you. Well, in this case, it wasn't like a scary drunk dude like trying to get in my space. This was I'm a tough high school boy and I want to show off and be funny. So the group's coming through, they're terrified, they're freaked out, and then he spots me sitting in the ice cream truck. I don't have my chainsaw visible at first. I'm just sitting there and I'm talking at them. And then immediately the fear drops from his face. Like, oh, it's a girl. I don't have to be scared anymore. I'm gonna talk at her. Hey, baby, can I get a side of you? And all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I've got something for you too. Then turn around, get the chainsaw, rev it inside the truck, turn around, have that thing screaming at him. Let me tell you, little Casanova went from to like high-pitched, girly screaming to the point where Hunter, the other clown in my room, he genuinely thought it was the girl in the group. Like, this guy could have broken glass with that squeal. And oh my god, it was so hard not to break character, you guys, because you've got this guy trying to, oh, I'm a tough guy, hey baby, girly baby scream, like tiny baby, just screeching into unknown pitches, and then running away. And then obviously running after, hey, I thought you liked me, where you going? And just, then he runs in to the other chainsaw clown, who's a big chainsaw clown. He didn't like that either. And they ran and ran and ran. Sorry, kid, today's not the day for love. Speaking of unfortunate children, the next scare on the list is, well, technically it's 2 that were very similar. You would not believe the amount of parents we have who are totally willing to abandon their children for their own survival. Let me tell you, I would not want to be stuck with them in my group in a zombie apocalypse because they show their true colors very clearly. In one of the 2 aforementioned groups, we had a mother with her probably 11, 12-year-old daughter going through. I'm talking at them, I'm getting them all, all buttered up with that, oh, I'm a nice clown, I'm gonna talk to you, ha ha, hee hee. And then as soon as their guards are dropped, I whip out the saw. The mother shoved her daughter to the ground and ran. Her own child. She sees the saw, she screams, and you're telling me your reaction as a mother isn't to, like, shield your baby, but go, sorry, kid. Bye. I guess not everybody has the most maternal instincts. I don't know. That wasn't a standalone incident. A few weekends later, we had a father. It was a father and a mother. The mother was not the one who abandoned the child this time. This time it was the dad. The mom was at the front of the group, the kid was in the middle, and the dad was behind. Once again, we do this setup, and then we whip out the saws. The mom takes off running. The child, surprisingly, is like fascinated. I think they're still excited by all the fun stuff going on around them. So the child is still enjoying the scene, but I guess the dad didn't want any part of it because the dad decides to take off. The problem is the child is still standing in front of him. So literally he runs into his kid, his knee sends this poor kid flying into the dirt, and he doesn't stop to see if the kid's all right, he just keeps running. So now we have a kid dazed, looking around on the ground, both the parents are gone, sent flying by his own father, like, "Father, why would you betray me so? I can't believe you've done this." Fortunately, the kid was a very good sport, and we made sure they were okay, but really? You didn't even think to go back and check on your kid after you need them? You punted your child, you punted them. Something else I just don't understand with haunts. I get we promote it, we got a beer garden there, but I'm not sure going through a haunted house while drunk is a very good idea, especially if you have poor bladder control. I mean, it's fine if you're gonna pee yourself or whatever. It's another feather in our cap as a haunter to make people pee themselves, but y'all, you're waking up today and you're making a choice that you're gonna go home with peed pants. Or worse. Yes, it is exactly what you think. We call them code browns. Just use your imagination. You should put it together. The amount of times we've had to deal with soilers going through, usually they're drunk. And the funny thing is, never actually had a child pee themselves. It's always grown adults, usually drunk. I feel like the majority of code yellows are ladies, and funny enough, the majority of code browns are gentlemen. I'm not sure why this is, but that's just an observation. Take from that what you will, I guess. That just this past weekend, we had a group of drunk folks come through. They were having a great time when they first got into our scene because we have fun music playing and everything, and bright colors and black light, and they're all partying, and then they're drunk. Usually the drunk ones want to dance. They come out and they're like, "Yeah, dance with us clowns, woo!" And then we break out the saws, and they don't want to be our friends anymore. I don't understand. It hurts my feelings. Well, we had this group come through. They were dancing, then we whipped out the saws, and they ran away. Except on the way out, we heard one of these poor souls scream, "Oh my God, I just pissed myself." Y'all, please use the porta potty before you go in, and I advise you, maybe go to the beer garden after you've gone through the haunt, because your bladder control is not gonna hold up so well, my dude. There have been instances where people have pooed. There have been instances where people have crapped themselves. I don't like that as much as when they pee themselves, because when they poo themselves, it leaves a lingering aroma that we have to deal with in the set for a while until it airs out. Don't like that. Again, use the bathroom before you come through the haunt, I beg of you. And I think the final tale I will share with you guys today is the tale of the Runaway Tatas. Girl, if you're going to a haunted house, please, I beg of you, put some forethought into what you're gonna wear. This is an environment where you're probably gonna be running, jumping, flailing, screaming, etc. You probably don't wanna wear a tube top without any bra underneath. That's just my opinion, that's just my thoughts, but listen, you may have some results you're not looking for. Okay, you may think, cool, this is a cute, comfortable outfit. It's not gonna be cute and comfortable going through a haunted house if you end up running into things, falling over, popping out. It's just, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, one of the last groups we had a couple weekends back was a girl who was there with her friends. She made the aforementioned mistake of wearing a tube top. Nothing else underneath it. First of all, I don't know what she's thinking because it's getting cold as hell out there now because Pacific Northwest winters, not warm and cozy, but she decided to wear a tube top, no bra. Cool. She was already looking in rough condition by the time she got to our room, like things all crooked, and it's like, girl, if you're gonna have to like constantly be like doing this all night again, rethink your wardrobe, please, I beg of you. But anyway, she gets to our room, we're talking at her, get her to drop her guard, and then, once again, we bring out the saws, and she happens to be one of those folks who gets really freaked out, gets that flight instinct rather than fight, decides to go running. First, she runs into one of the oil drums that is, like, making up our scene, doesn't knock it over, sends it rattling, but then she goes scrambling through the corn. Hunter, the other clown in the room, decides to take off after her, follows her out of the maze, and right at the mouth of the exit, she trips over her own feet, falls face down in the dirt, but wouldn't you know it, because she decided to wear that tube top with no support, the girls decided to come out to say hello when she was face down on the ground. Girl, I want to say I'm sorry because that's unfortunate, but what were you thinking? I mean, fortunately, she did take it well because, you know, we're just like, oh, like, how do you react to that? How do you react to someone face down, tatas out in the mud? What are you supposed to do? But it was just, are you okay? Are you okay? But again, fortunately, she took it well. She got up, she was laughing, she was tucking herself back into her shirt, and instead of being mad or being like, how dare you, she actually was like, good chase, man, good chase. So she took it in stride, she took it well. So for having worn literally the absolute worst wardrobe choice you can to a highly scary haunt, she at least had a good attitude. But girl, maybe you'll rethink that in the future. So to anybody else who's thinking about, you know, dressing up cute, going on a haunted house date, listen, it is fine to look cute, but I should probably warn you, tube tops without bras are not a good idea. Okay, we are running out of time, and as I mentioned earlier, I am working the haunt tonight, so I actually have to start getting ready to go to work now. I hope you guys enjoyed these stories, and who knows, maybe tonight I will have a fresh batch of stories to share with you all, but I have run out of time, so I really gotta get going. Anyway, if you enjoyed the story, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, if you will. Actually, if you're also a haunter, have you had any similar stories? Because I love telling the stories, but I also love hearing other haunters' stories. They just make my day. So if you have any particularly memorable stories of your own scares, please feel free to share them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. All right, well, I gotta run. I gotta transform into clown face. So I will catch you all next time, and until then, as always, remember, stay creepy.